Correspondent Special, first on BBC Two.
A doctor from the Red Cross has come to examine a group of hostages in a straw hut. They're being held in a tropical wilderness. It is early 1996. The group includes 4 young British scientists, an Indonesian couple engaged to be married, and a Dutch woman who's 3 months pregnant. Their captors are demanding independence for West Papua from Indonesian occupation. After a month of total isolation in the jungle highlands, a team from the International Red Cross becomes the hostages' only point of contact with the outside world. Their mission is to win the hostages' freedom. Across the mountains at a makeshift military camp, Indonesian troops await orders. They're led by General Prabowo, son-in-law of President Suharto and head of Indonesia's crack Kopassus Special Forces. While mediation efforts continue, Prabowo agrees to stall any military mission. But if they fail, the crisis is to continue for almost 5 months, and it ends with 2 very different accounts of what happened.
I just didn't want to know what the truth was, because I was too frightened of what it might be.
2 of the hostages are to die, hacked to pieces by angry local villagers after a military rescue operation goes badly wrong.
We felt that the best chance of getting the hostages out was by careful negotiation, and that ultimately that would bear fruit. As it happened, it didn't, and that was a tragedy. From my point of view, a terrible tragedy.
Papuan villagers die too, and there are allegations that they were killed by white soldiers, lured to their deaths by the improper use of the Red Cross flag.
Well, if this story is really true, of course, this emblem is associated with killings.
For the first time, fresh investigations reveal the best evidence yet for what really happened in the jungles of West Papua, and whether the integrity of the International Red Cross has been seriously damaged. The southern highlands of West Papua, isolated and inhospitable, one of the most remote places on Earth, and one of the world's great storehouses of biological diversity. Its fabulous plants and birds make it a naturalist's paradise. Politically, though, it's a troubled land. It's a Melanesian country, the easternmost province of Indonesia, only 200 miles from Australia's northern tip. But while its neighbor, Papua New Guinea, enjoys independence, West Papua, or Irian Jaya, has been occupied by Indonesia since the Dutch colonizers were ousted in the early 1960s. Originally a protectorate, West Papua's promised referendum on independence was subverted by the Indonesian authorities. And by 1969, Indonesia was the undisputed master of the territory. The United Nations had no stomach for a fight. Many Papuans wouldn't give up the struggle so easily. A rebel movement was born. Today, this is the core group of the Free West Papua movement, or OPM, that's being hunted across the mountains by the Indonesian military. These are the first pictures to be broadcast of the group and its leader, Kelly Kwalik. Kwalik had a Catholic education and trained as a teacher before he rose to be a commander in the OPM. He preaches war against Indonesia and the giant Freeport gold and copper mine which lies in his territory. He's rarely sighted and often rumored to be dead.
Freeport dan pemerintah Indonesia mengatakan terhadap saya sebagai kriminal atau penjahat adalah